Am I right? Is that what it is? You gotta wait for like the
Oh,
3 second delay, and then out of
yeah,
nowhere we hear
yeah.
Dukes.
Oh, I know, right? We're just waiting for Disorder Lord.
Mm-hmm,
That
mm-hmm,
guy
mm-hmm.
knows me too. I love that dude.
Sword Lord's awesome. Just fucking awesome.
He's just
Him,
amazing.
Plague Doctor Punk, um,
Mhm.
oh, Pterodactyl Lady,
Oh,
Rat
I love
Rat.
Paradox.
So many people in my community that I just love. Staying Jester. Oh my god, that guy. But with that being said, we have Ocean. Oceanus. I don't even fucking know anymore. I remember you told me to call you Osha, but I'm gonna say Ocean Veritas. I'm
Oceanusveritas, which is a Latin
Oceanus.
word which means ocean's truth.
Interesting. On the final hour. And we planned this, what, 3 months ago or some shit? 4 months ago? It was a
No,
while
no.
ago.
It's been almost 8 months
Yeah,
ago.
it's been a while. I was like, you're like, is it okay if I plan this far out? I'm like, I don't care. Like, it's my schedule's open, right? It says these are the restrictions. Pick a damn date. What? Okay. What is like you? Why is it? It's like, oh, right. When you go to the website, I'm pretty sure it's pretty clear in the day. Sometimes I'm fucking like just tied up and I forget to post like an advertisement for it and stuff. But point being, like, oh, it's his birthday. You're a fucking Leo too.
Yes, I am.
Okay, I was gonna ask it later on, but Woods Borax said it's his birthday. Well, you know what, everyone, we gotta say happy birthday, right? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Oceanus Veritas. Oceanus. Happy birthday to you. English. What's that? What?
All right, hold on. Let me blow up my candles. There we go.
Dun dun dun. And Disorder Lord, I guess he got distracted. I'm wondering what this moment is, and he's just creating this suspense. Like he's literally got me on the edge, like right here, if I waiting for me to fall. So yeah, we planned this a while ago, and like with the website, I was gonna ask you. So is there like some sort of like disconnect of like when just say pick a day between these times and this date? Like that it doesn't matter when you plan it. You could plan a year out. I'll be like, who the fuck is this? When I look at my schedule, because I check it every week, every day. That made it easy. So like I'll check something, forget about it, check it again and forget about it, check it again and forget about it. Or take a nap, wake up and be like, oh, it's time for work, like I did today. I went, oh wait, no, I just took a nap. Cool. I could sleep until 9. Wait. What's the day? Oh, it's Thursday. Alright, since it's Thursday, okay. Oh yeah, okay, final hour. Alright, yes, that's my brain.
Yeah, no, I get that. That's an ADHD brainlet all the way, just like
Oh
me.
yeah. Like you might see like you'll see like, oh, this looks like oh like kind of neat, even though it's furry as fuck, because this thing right here,
Love that thing
this
right
thing right
there.
here,
You,
this furry thing, it makes this furry. Might look all nice and neat, got cool figurines, even though Goku's dead.
oh,
Yeah.
shoot.
But when
Well,
you
I
look
mean,
over here, you'll just see a whole clusterfuck of like pile of stuff. I'm like, I should really clean that. But the thing is, you don't get to it because then you get to this, then you get to that, and then you get to this, and you forget that, then you go to this, and you forget that, then you go to this, and then you go to this, and go, wait, what? But anyway,
absolutely.
I'm going on a rant like I usually do, and we haven't even really started the show. We're just having a good time and vibing, and that's the whole thing about this. And Disorder Lord finally kicked off the sub thing for this, and which I'm going to add to the scene browser. So like this sub goal is for if I know this is so abstract, so much, such a big freaking goal, but I really don't care because it's something I wanted to try out. Call me whatever it is, but if I reach 500 subs within a month, that would make me
Mhm.
one step closer to be able to quit my job to be able to do this full time. And
I
two,
have to.
I will be giving away a NVIDIA GTX EVGA Ultra
Ooh.
FTW3 3080.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's better than my graphics card right now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've got a Ryzen NVIDIA GeForce. You know, that's
Mm-hmm.
better than that. That's newer too, isn't it?
It's the third best card right now. The 3080 Ti is technically the best because it's got better memory in it. That's the only difference. Make me dab. Oh, and yeah, did it register to 1? Did it? It registered to 1. We are one less away. But yes, Revenant OC, what's up? Damn, you're here too? What up, man? You better be ready for tomorrow because I'm gonna do some training sessions with you and the Dark Wolf official if he comes on.
Oh, Dark Wolf official, my brother as well.
He's fucking awesome.
Also, probably that one that just subscribed. I'm pretty sure is Asher. Asher and I go back. She's the one that I spend most of my time when I'm not doing TikTok. She's the one that I'm hanging out with on Second Life, and we hang out there and we role play and everything. It's all fun.
Nice, very nice. But thank you for that. Thank you for that. I couldn't think what I was trying to say. It's 7 months of dicks.
7 months of dicks.
Yes, it's a running joke in my stream. I have on my soundboard. It goes dicks, just yells dicks, right?
Yep. I remember.
And Plague Dr. Punk for 2 whole Apex games, not short games, long games where it lasts top 3, final ring. Dicks. 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 It was great. But what the fuck? Well, let's actually start the show now because we're kind of like going all over the way. But you know what? Dicks! Son of a bitch!
What?
Disorder Lord. Dicks! So,
Dicks.
We already made the introduction with you. So we know who you are, right? We know him, we know all that. But the question is, if anyone asks a question, that irritates you, upsets you, bring up something you don't want to talk about, or you just like realize, oh, I'm an open book, but I really don't want to talk about that. You can just bypass it. I don't give no fucks. I am not that person who's going to sit here and kind of like do that and rip your heart out and be like, no, you need to talk about this. I've heard some horror stories with some other content creators that they're like, yeah, when I went on this guy's show, this is what happened. And I'm like,
ooh.
What? Like, and you asked them not to talk. Yep. There was a couple people who actually was like, I was hesitant on going on your show because I went through that. I did not go on anything. I had too much anxiety. I was too fearful. And then once I got them on the show, I can invite them anytime, which is cool. Yeah. Well, knowing that, be cool. Don't be that one where I don't know if anyone's seen this, but Elon Musk. Nani is right. It's Elon Musk, and he was doing an interview, and then the interviewer started talking about something off their topic, and it was about COVID and what he believes that his employees should do, and he talked about it a little bit. Then it was like he's like, this is not. You could tell he was like, that's not what I'm here to talk about, and she kind of pressed it a little bit, and he was like, you want this interview to happen, right? Whoever just did that fart, good. That was perfect, fucking perfect, right?
Awesome.
But then they stopped and went on with the interview. I'm like, that's how it should be. You shouldn't like push and pressuring for information of something when someone's not comfortable. Yeah, you'll get clout and get this. You'll be known and have like that asshole thing, but no. But who is Oceanusveritas? If I said that right, I'm wrong. I don't know.
Yeah, you said it just fine.
Who are you? Like as a whole, like go deep, like dabble into like everything. And while you're actually thinking about that, in about 30 minutes, I forgot. I don't know if I asked you because we planned this so long ago. Think of a controversial topic and something that you are very passionate about. I don't know if we talked about that. Okay.
I think, yeah.
We got that lined up.
We discussed that.
The first question.
Okay, so the first question is I'm a 36-year-old guy that was born and raised in Washington State.
High five, 36. I'm 36 on the 14th. Wait, here's yours,
Oh, yeah,
Punk, and then everyone on stream. Ugh. And then
so at a young age, I found out I was very creative. One of the things is I was always considered a very energetic child. I was a very hard to deal with child. I was rambunctious. I was loud. I was small. I was a small boy. I'm talking rail thin for the longest time. And I think one of the first things that actually settled me down quite frequently was fishing, drawing, acting, and just artistry, creativity in a lot of ways. A few other things about me is that when I was 19, I left my parents' place to become homeless because I didn't want to deal with, you know, my dad's rules. Now, I'm not Christian, my dad is. So that covers that. My very first move, because I had a bite of wanderlust. So I had traveled from my city in Washington State all the way down to Gadsden, Alabama. Now, this is podunk, small little town in Alabama. And then I traveled quite frequently from Kansas to Albuquerque to Texas to Colorado, Colorado being one of the places that I stayed the most and had the most experience. Um, Learning to just keep building myself up and my repertoire. And then at the age of 21, I ended up with seizures. I ended up having convulsions. And so I continued to fight that for 4 years. I fought that. Fought being considered disabled. I continued to try to work, was not good at holding down a job, period, end of story. And then at the age of 24, I finally ended up going, I can't keep going through the hospital, and ended up going on to disability, getting it, and I finally got back pay and all that, and finally was able to just kind of set up and be a part of, being disabled and learning to live with that. Now I've found out that, just because I'm disabled doesn't mean I'm not a person.
mm-hmm.
That was a tough one for me. So then I got into a place called Second Life. It was introduced to me by one of my friends, and then I grew into that. Throughout, since I was 12, I had role played. I had done Dungeons and Dragons, Vampire the Masquerade, Pathfinder, all of those. But what really set me up was the narrative pen and paper, without dice, just straight pen and paper, writing a story. And that's where I ended up growing in my abilities of writing, and it became a huge passion for me through that. I am also, as I said, not a Christian. I am pagan. I'm what you call an eclectic pagan, mostly influenced by the Egyptian faith.
Interesting.
Actually,
Very
so
interesting.
but I have a bit of both. I have, I follow like 3 different pantheons, and they're all from 3 different religions.
Mm-hmm.
I follow Loki. I follow Sutek, Set, Suti, however you want to say him, Set, and I follow Ares.
Okay.
And those are my 3 gods that I follow hand in hand and have been there guiding me in their chaotic ways.
Very cool. Very cool. And I don't know the middle one, but we could talk about that in a little bit.
Mhm.
Ares is the god of war in Greek mythology, and then
Mhm.
Loki is the god of mischief in Norse mythology.
Mhm.
The middle one I don't know. What is the middle one, real quickly?
You mean Sutek?
Yeah.
Sutek is the god of foreign. He's a god of chaos. He's also an outcasted god from Egyptian, but he's also the god representative of the Egyptians to other foreign gods, such as Zeus, Assyrians, the faith system in
Mm-hmm.
Assyria, they follow into the Celts. He's in there as a progenitor of being a representative of all the other faiths.
Interesting. There was a very interesting topic that Dr. Zed brought up to me. You know Dr. Zed, right?
Oh yes,
I wish he was on TikTok a little bit more, but I don't blame him. Every single video he posts, it goes under review for like 3 or 4 days. It's like,
yep.
that's pathetic.
Gotta,
Like, I would,
gotta love those. Gotta love those trolls. They happen.
but no, every video he goes to post gets under review before he posts
Yeah.
it. It's like,
Mm.
so he quit. He showed me. He literally screen recorded and showed me. I'm just like, that's stupid. But he had a very interesting concept. Because he likes doing research on just certain topics, just like trying to learn like what could happen, learn your history so you know what could happen in the future, sense type talk. And he put together a thing saying pretty much all the religions throughout the entire world, there were like they all coincide just in different eras. And the people that considered these gods were other life forms, just more advanced. And I'm like, you know what? Like, because I'm a very logical person. Now I'm not going to sit here. Oh, that's it. I'm going to sit here. I'm like, you know what? I can actually kind of see that. That's a very interesting way to put it. Yeah.
Yeah, it makes logical sense.
Exactly. I'm a very logical person, and I thought that's very cool. And just like the fact that like you're able to like be involved in multiple pantheons and different mythologies. It's really cool that like people will be open to that. It's very People are very weird when it comes to like the religious factor and beliefs and everything. It's like just believe what you want to believe into. You don't have to push anything else upon anyone else. Just be yourself, and that's all you need to do. But like you were also talking about how creative you are, and you have you're basically the phrase that I like to believe in is that Jack of all trades, master of none, but oftentimes better than a master of one, because you're very versatile. Like, someone did something, and let's see what that is. Odin Asylum has come in with a host of one. Also, Revenant says we're all youngins. Dark Wolf official popped in. Thank you, bro. How are you today? Did you make your relative content to your Twitch today that we were talking about, where you're gonna make everything else revolve around your Twitch?
Did you?
No, he called me, and I was explaining to him like what it takes. I just been really lazy, but I've been trying to get better at it and going from like Apex, because my final hour usually does really good, but my Apex streams don't do really good. So I'm trying to balance it out. So, and Darko says, that's my brother. You got Moxie Floxians?
Is that Noxie?
Moxifloxicin. Pokes Asher.
Oh, is that Asher? Pokes.
I don't know. And Odin
Asher
says,
is
what's up?
Asher's one that I've been really close with. Like real
That's
close
awesome.
with.
Awesome. So let's start with the first thing. There's multiple things. We could start with the traumatic and then go into the positive. You went through a very traumatic event and you started having seizures, and then you realized that you can't work a normal day-to-day job because it's a struggle to do anything. Like,
I would end up going through convulsions. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, Mox says no. Woods Borax is Asher. Then who are you? Because it's not like, because we can't do the who are you?
Hold on.
You are me.
I am you.
I know. I don't know why, but when I say that, that pops in my head every fucking time.
Yeah,
just like, ba-da-ba-ba-ba, go fuck yourself.
No. Oh, what is it? Like a good neighbor, stay over there.
No. Woodsy is fine. Okay. I'll try to remember that. And if you guys followed earlier in our previous times, thank you. I appreciate that. Everyone's welcome to hang out. Oh my. Disorder Lord gifted a tier 1 sub to Odin Asylum. Is he going to start the sub train or the train of subs? But now we just need 498. We're getting
And we just
closer.
got to go choo choo.
Mm-hmm. Choo choo with the fucking metro train. That's a I don't know, a bullet train. And you went through. That's a very traumatic experience, and I understand that. I wish we could figure out a way to get blood onto like doing disability and stuff too, because
Yeah.
but she's never worked, so that's the kind of the
Hmm.
offset thing. It makes it harder, and so I understand like not being able to do things that you want to do, but you can't. And then sometimes like the people who help you all the time take a step back because they know that like taking a step back will help them in the long term, even though they hate it at times
Right.
because
Right.
it's that tough love situation. I
Hmm.
hate doing the things that I do, but I know it actually helps the situation out. And
Yeah.
that's really awesome. But you're talking about this thing called Second Life. I honestly thought it was a video game at first.
It is a little bit in the sense that it does take your graphics card, it takes memory. But the best way to describe Second Life outside of everything and what it originally was intended for was a virtual erector set. You basically could create anything that your mind, that your imagination can build. That was its original idea, the original conception. He didn't even think that people wanted avatars. That wasn't his idea. That was someone else's idea. Then it became a very big community in the sense of getting scripters, animators, um, clothing industries have gotten into it. It became a huge thing. I think one of the funnest things is that it debuted as a cameo little spot on what was it, Office Space, and who was it? Which made it very much a kind of a joke, but it was a lot of fun. It actually had a few of the people, a few of the cast members coming into Second Life just to check it out and see what it was about. And they built a little cast set for them to kind of play out their role on it, and it was a pretty fun little situation. It was kind of cool. Second Life is a virtual world. It's very open. If you know what IMVU is, this is a bit more freeing. Like you can walk around, you can meet people, you can fight people, you can just anything. It's really up to your imagination and what you want to do with it.
And that has helped you drastically get through
Oh yeah.
your mindset and what you've been. That's kind of that's so what
It
a lot of people don't understand that video games really is like a major escape for people to get away from the normality. Maybe not like the normality right around you, but the normality of like work, just like what you go through
yeah.
every day,
Hmm.
the monotonous of it. Like that one video where the woman goes up to this guy's Xbox, I think it was, and just turns it off while he was playing. And he snaps off and says, "That's the only thing I have." And it's like everyone there was such controversial back and forth on it. It's like,
Hmm.
no, like if I pay like for your stuff, what are you gonna react? How are you gonna react if I just like hit your
Hmm.
nail and like do like whatever you like and just take it away from you? Because you're
Yeah.
gonna be
Or if
doing
you
your
like,
own, yeah,
yeah, like say someone likes to go shopping. What if in the same aspects, someone was just to go through your purse or your wallet or whatnot, take your credit card and go, and chop it up in front of them. I mean, it's the same
yeah,
concept.
yeah. It's just a lot of people don't understand like certain things. It's very weird how society has grown, civilization has grown to be. It's just, it's like, why can't I wish everyone can be who they want to be, and I honestly wish more people in the world would actually uh, be more real.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't understand why
Absolutely.
they don't, but it's really awesome that you actually found something to get you through that. But there's two questions in here really quick. I know
Oh,
before
okay.
we passed them, Odin had one. I have a question for Ocean or Osha. I'll say it easier. What do you love more, or what do you love more, doing transition videos or doing OC cosplay videos?
That's a good question because I like them
Mm-hmm.
both evenly.
Oh
Um,
shit.
if it wasn't for me putting makeup on my face, I would never have gotten into transitions. Had it not been for transitions, I don't think I would have popped off as much as I did in
Damn.
regard to the influence and discovery of, say, even FinalHarps or Blood. Had it not been for me being able to show that I could do that, I don't think I would have met half the people that I know now. And this was
Damn.
also, I will also iterate a bit more on the reason why I even got into TikTok was because my computer that used to do Second Life died. So I couldn't get on to Second Life and instead started going to TikTok as a different outlet.
Nice. Gothic Lucinda.
Mm-hmm.
Gothica.
Little brat.
That's what I could. Yeah, she's a brat, but she's an awesome brat, and she's one of my sisters. She is awesome. She says, "Hey, Ocean, happy birthday! I made
Thank
you a
you.
B-Day video." Yes, she's awesome. Hell yeah. That's yeah.
Love you.
He's a Leo too. I'm a Leo.
I'm a
Wait,
Leo.
wait,
We're both Leos.
wait.
Actually, it's
Wait.
kind of funny because
You're a Leo. I'm a
I'm a,
Leo.
we're both
Yes. I
Leos.
clipped the mic. Yay.
Hold on. I'm part of the pride now.
You
That's
know
how this
what's
goes.
funny? A lot of people don't understand that because like people will be like, "What the fuck? Like, why?"
So when's your birthday?
The 14th.
The 14th.
Yep, the
It's
14th.
kind of funny. I've met one person that has the very same birthday as me, and I met him on Second Life. A really good guy named Dante. He's really cool.
Nice, very nice.
But
You want to hear something ironic that a lot of people don't know? It's
oh,
actually
what's
a
this?
slight interesting fact about myself. My dad's birthday was the 13th,
Whoa!
and then my great grandpa's birthday was 12, 13, 14.
Wow. See, and my aunt's birthday is on the
Uh,
3rd,
Damn,
and
nice.
I used to know like a lot of Leos, a lot of Leos. We just
Um,
run into each other all the time. Dang it.
the Dark Wolf official is asking, ask him who would brother it. I'm sending a
uh,
bag of dicks for his birthday. Make them gummy
all right,
bears.
all right. So yes, yes. Dark Wolf official is my brother.
Dicks!
We met through,
And someone did
you
dicks
know,
right at the right time. He is a dick.
yes, he's a dick. No, I love him to death though.
Mm-hmm.
um, yeah, he's one of my yeah, Dark Wolf official is one of my
Dicks!
brothers through we met through kind of an interesting situation of a TikTok family that we no longer wish to speak about. But we met through there, and the first time we met, we butted heads a bit, but then afterwards we got kind of cool with each other. It was actually
Mm-hmm.
really
Dicks!
cool. And then I'm part of his. I have to give this. I've been paid to say this. No, I'm just kidding. I've been paid, but he invited me into Kylo's cult, and I've been a part of that ever since.
Very nice. Very nice. Dicks!
I've also been a part of Derek's group for
Where,
just as long.
so we were talking about ADD. I think out of anyone I know, he has it the worst.
Oh, yeah, yeah, no, he definitely does. When it comes to Derek,
Dicks!
Derek is an amazing person. He's a good content creator, unless you were talking about me.
No, I was talking about Derek. I was talking about Derek. No, Plague Who came
I
into chat and he's doing the dicks thing that I was telling you about earlier.
Yeah, no, I love Derek. Derek is an amazing dude. He actually got me into the Anarchist
Dex!
Asylum, and it was originally a role play sim. And of course, with us, everything we kind of built like these OP characters, and we just beat each other up. It was lots of fun.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
We'd yeet each other all the way into multiverses. It was awesome.
That's really cool. That's really cool. Man, yeah. Gothic wants me to tell you that Gothic Thug got married.
Gothic Thug got married. That's awesome.
It's
I
yeah.
I haven't been keeping up. I'm not gonna ask to whom. I'm guessing I know whom, but it's not the same. Like I know there's a lot of treading here that I need to do.
No, I would just leave this situation just okay. So hi, you know what? Now we got penny titties coming in. Thank you for all these penny titties.
Woo!
So
Thank you for the titties.
that's what it was. It wasn't dicks the whole time. It was penny titties the whole time. So I saw penny titties for. It was just like, thank you for the titties, and it was me saying that the whole time. It's just like, oh my god, I'm praying. Really, what the fuck are you doing? Why? Anyway, I love you. So
Thank you for
we
the
were
titties.
actually at that half an hour mark, a little over it, I think.
Wow.
So
Are we?
I'm going to actually have you talk about the topic you were very passionate about, and or had a controversial topic, and you could choose which one you want to talk about first.
All right, so let's see here. I think I've touched base a little bit on creativity, which is my passion. It's been a passion along with, fishing. I love fishing. But artwork wise, it's just been kind of an interesting situation that, I've always been kind of able to role play, write books. Asher's been kind of there for me in regards to really kind of captivating me and keeping me into a storyline that we both have gotten into. We're dealing with kind of heaven and hell.
Okay.
Role plays, which Derek's a demon, a spider demon, because why not? Scary. That has an actual interesting story that he's actually not what demons have told him, that he's actually the son of the Archangel Michael, which is an interesting twist because he was this prophetic, or not prophetic, but profound, boogeyman of angels because of how this role play was going and everything. But to find out that he's actually the Archangel son that cast out, Lucifer, is also a big turning point. I like writing books. I've not been published, but I like writing books, and then of course I like dressing up as some of my characters.
Thank you for the titties.
The controversial side. I am not by any means monogamous in any way. I have had my bouts with monogamy and.
Have a good one, Odin. Have a good one, Odin.
Thank you for the titties.
See you later,
face.
I think that's something that's been a controversy with a lot of people because it seems more socially normal to be monogamous than it is to be polyamorous, and I am poly. 110%. I can't do relationships that require one person. I would smother them.
Thank you for the titties.
No doubt would smother the shit out of them until they got suffocated enough to leave. And I've done that too many times.
Okay.
So it mitigates my clinginess a bit and also keeps me kind of in check with myself. Again, there is a lot of communication, and polyamory is not necessarily easier or harder, but it is a different situation altogether.
Thank you for the
it takes time. At the moment, I have an interest, and I think she knows who she is.
Okay. Very cool. Very cool. And for Val, the DJ. Thank you for coming in. He's like, good
Thank you for the
grief, because he's watching all these
titties.
the penny titties happening right now. We had a whole bunch of dicks coming our way. It was very interesting. It was a very good time. It was very interesting. And I also have my friend joining me. This
Ooh.
guy.
Thank you for
He's
the
joining me.
titties.
Hi, buddy. Okay, that's very interesting. A lot of people it's I can't not monog. What's the word? Poly,
Thank you for
right?
the
It's poly.
titties.
Monogamous one, poly is
Polyamorous.
numerous. And a lot of people, what I don't get is I get it, but I don't understand why other people wouldn't get it. It's just like it
A lot of-
actually.
Thank you for the titties.
They think it deals with a cheat away or a cheat in regards to cheating. It's a way to put a loophole through cheating. And I got to tell you right now, being polyamorous,
Thank you for the titties.
there's cheating in polyamorous families.
Yeah, because
that
there's
happen.
rules. There's rules that you place.
Yeah.
Put in place.
One
And,
of the things is it's just like any other monogamous relationship. The difference is that you have a family that you have to
Thank you
discuss
for the
if you're bringing someone in.
titties.
yes, it's more of a
You're not-
community instead of just being one-on-one.
Yeah, it's the connection that you have with each, and not everyone,
Thank you for
goes
the
through the sexual
titties.
aspect of the relationship. And I think it's kind of superficial if that's what a monogamous relationship is for some people. But communication is big. Communication,
Thank you for the
honesty, and
titties.
trusting your partners.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's something that needs to be said within any situation, that you have to have those three things. Love, compatibility is a
Thank you
given
for the
that you need to have,
Yeah.
but communication, trust, and an understanding, or if this is not okay, this is not okay. You gotta have those boundaries.
Thank you for the
those
titties.
communication being one of the biggest things that a lot of people, I think, in a lot of relationships gets dropped first. If there's a problem and they're not communicating, that relationship can end very quickly.
Yes.
Thank you for the
can.
titties.
And or it turns ugly, one of the other two.
Yeah, it's a lot of people don't understand. It's just like it's better. I wish people would actually act more
Thank you for the titties.
wanting to learn why other people do things instead of going, oh, that's not what I think should happen. It should be this way. I really wish people would want to learn more.
Thank you for the
instead
titties.
of, like, being opposite way, because that's really what the mindset is. It's that people are not wanting to open up and learn something new because
And they'd rather judge about it.
Yeah, at the end of the day, unless you directly
for the
target me, what you do is not going to affect my life.
Exactly. Just as the same with, it goes along with the whole with transgenders, gays. It goes through all those different gambits, and I feel that it's like judging someone based on whether or not they get, you're trying to say that, oh, there's only chocolate or vanilla, when there's strawberry, Neapolitan, all these other things. And that's the best way I can put it. Like, if you were to take into the transgender situation, think of it as ice cream. Someone has chosen a different type of flavor of ice cream than yourself. And who are you to try to judge them based on their choice?
Yeah.
And that goes along with the whole, with whether or not you're bi, pan, sapio, homo.
Exactly.
And hetero.
Whatever it is, it doesn't matter.
It's an individual choice. By all means. I don't think that you have the right to judge someone based on their lifestyle or their choice if it's not affecting you.
Exactly.
Or affecting or hurting anyone. That's the other thing. If it's not hurting anyone and it's with consenting people, who are you to judge?
I find it hilarious because where I work, a lot of people will be like, "Hi, how are you today?" to your face, but then
and turn around and talk behind your back.
Shit behind your back, and I find it funny because I have a lot of moles in there. a lot of people who tell me what's up. No, I'm not one who's gonna come back and be like, oh
Thank you for the
yeah, can you like
titties.
start shit? I'm gonna just be like, well, I know, and I'll talk to the manager. I got a quick story. So I had one of my migraines, so I had to stay home. There was two people. One was complaining, saying, "I don't know how he gets these routes done so quickly because like there's just no way," and blah blah blah. I'm like, okay, it's called put some pep in your step, and you'll get it done.
Thank you for the
Then the person
titties.
they were talking to usually cases up like 4 routes and then gets done around like 4 o'clock.
Mhm.
Okay, what are you doing with the mail, right? What are you doing with it?
Thank you for the titties.
So they also just went on and just started complaining and ratting. I go on the next day and start talking to my manager. I'm like, when no one was there because I was the first one done, per usual. And
Thank you for the titties.
I went to her. I'm like, oh, you want to know where I put the mail? I put it in the mailboxes. She looked at me like, what? I'm like, yeah, I had 4 people text me what was up.
Thank you for the titties.
What? And I'm like, yeah, the people here, they don't realize when they talk to one person, I hear about it 90% of the time. Not everything, because I don't need to know everything. I just know
Thank
the
you for
people
the
who do that, you're just evil.
titties.
Because if you could sit here and talk shit about someone behind their back and still talk to them nicely, you're just a straight evil person. Because like if you have a problem with
Thank you for the
someone, you should say something
titties.
about it. I know someone at work that like they will call in for a full week because that's just what they do, because like just they could do it. It's what it is. And then after they do that, they come
Thank you
back
for
and
the
they
titties.
they're fine. But everyone will talk so much shit about them. I go up to them like, so how was your time off? It was good. I'm like, awesome. You sucked for that, but I hope you enjoyed yourself because I would do
Thank
the
you
same
for the
thing.
titties.
I think one of the other things that that happens is people don't like confrontation. So what they'll do is they'll talk to someone they can, talk to and vent. Now there is a
Thank you for
difference
the
between venting and talking
titties.
shit about someone.
Exactly.
There's a very fine line between
Oh
that.
yeah, I like that's a very good thing. And Woods is like he's making me swoon.
Thank you for the titties.
I think a phone call needs to be made after this.
Oh.
Oh no, he did the finger guns. That might have just made a swoon to yeah, I'm putting the phone down.
Thank you for the titties.
So that was very interesting topics. We didn't really Pharrell is so fucking annoying. Bro, 2 full games of Apex, long games that kept happening. It might be done. Wait, hold on, everyone. Let's enjoy this little peace and quiet because it is done. As soon as Pharrell complained, it stopped. He is God, and he stopped it right away. But we're actually getting close to that hour mark. We don't have too much more time. And I want to start asking my closing questions. The real only scripted thing of
out of the entire thing.
Yeah, besides even the intro wasn't even really scripted. And because it was just like, hi, whatever. Oh, we didn't even get asked to ask any questions yet. Okay. But one, the first thing is there anything that when we were damn, I had a train wreck. Okay.
Thank you for the
first
titties.
son of a bitch Plague. He's doing it again. He's doing it again. No.
What are you doing?
I'm actually going to do something real quick. But like during the show, was there anything that you didn't get to talk about, ask, or just something that you thought I would talk about, but didn't get to for whatever reason?
Oh, there was a few things that, like how did I come up with my OCs? what are the backstories of my OCs, and what inspired my OCs.
Okay.
I think those were the three that kind of came to mind in my mind that I thought you might have been kind of curious about, and others might have been curious about.
Okay. All right, that's a good one. Thank you for the 250 bits, Disorder Lord, and we got a whole bunch of thank you for the titties coming. I actually, since Pharrell, you said it like mutes the stream a little bit, I lowered the volume a little bit. Hopefully that helps. So you can still hear stuff, because I don't want like the bit interactions to of course it's
Actually, it's kind of funny. I can't hear it.
Oh, that's because you're only able to see this. Wow. He's being distracted by titties. Oh yes, titties. So that's actually a good question. Like, by all means, go shoot, go.
All right. Well, my first OC is Osha, the Kitsune. He was the first one I actually started working with at the beginning. And because I haven't seen too many yokai kitsunes on TikTok. So I think one of my very first masks, and actually it's right here, was this one. Okay. And I grabbed that. I'm a goth buff. I'm what you would consider a gothic person. I love the music. I enjoy the scene, and the beauty of gothism is it's outside of the norm. Places people. It's very eye catching. So I kind of combined my anime love, my love for anime, with my gothism and this mask. And when I first came out, I think one of the first things I did was the "Would You Kindly"
Obey.
song.
I don't know.
If you remember the one that was like, "Would you kindly obey?"
Yeah, I was just doing it. Like, obey.
Yeah. Obey.
Yep.
Yeah, I actually had it because I've never seen it done. I actually placed the delayed effect on, and I put it in 0.5, and I actually got it to line up like every time the delayed showed up, it would say obey, like right on cue. It was amazing.
Nice.
And then, of course, grew into it and became more. I started getting into cosplay when I saw it on TikTok, and I'm like, I could do that. First person who got me into TikTok, though, doesn't even realize it, Infernum Asylum.
Really?
Yep. He was the first one that I saw, and I'm like, I want to do that. And I kind of looked at everything. I was like, I downloaded the app. It was free. I ended up working with it, and I go, okay, so what I need is a ring light. Got a ring light. $86 later.
Right.
Thank you for the titties.
You don't want to know what this so far.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean. The struggle's real. You know?
I was a guitarist. I had fucking $13,000 worth of equipment at one point.
Yeah, exactly. It becomes a very expensive habit. Masks change constantly. Masks break, so you got to replace them. All that. The Mayron, because I started out with just body paint.
No, not you. Thank you for the titties. It just keeps coming.
It will keep coming until.
Oh my god.
But the idea that I started seeing Scully faces, which gave me, I think one of the persons that got me into that was actually Dark Corrupted Brains. And then I started seeing others. Once I did my own, I started seeing others and more and more and more. And eventually I had like so many friends. And then of course with Fenry was actually a inspiration from two content creators from Cult of Crow, which I knew I wanted to be a part of since day one. And I got to be a part of them with Mama and Papa Crow. And Then I got in with Notorious Monstrous with Sugary Lovely, All Fathers Chosen, and Vampiric Tendencies. They were kind of the ones that really I looked up to. I still do. Every single one of my, I know them on some level. The only ones that I don't really know is Tim and Ian, and that's because they're superstars in my opinion. They've got over 3 million people each, and they are big content creators. I think they've been influencers and huge into that. But I've also kind of grew into that. Tyrion, the backstory of Tyrion is actually my more fleshed out character. The backstory of him is that he is a Louisianan vampire. And if you've ever played Vampire the Masquerade, you'd know that he is a follower of Set. So he has this kind of nuance of being a serpent or snake-like, and if there's one clan out of Vampire the Masquerade that I know specifically, the followers of Set are considered the most distrusted clan in all of VTM. And that's been true for a while now. Even though that they speak more truths, they don't believe that they're part of the Canaanites, that kind of thing. It's actually pretty fun.
Nice.
What was the third one that I was going to say? I had it. I gave it to you. I can't remember it now.
Children of the Light.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pharrell said that.
He's actually, it's kind of funny. He's Orthodoxy, but this is obviously pre 5th edition of Vampire the Masquerade, where it is follower of Set, and he's an ecstatic. Typhon ecstatic. So there's that. Fenry is my Wendigo. A lot of people, I haven't had a whole lot of issues except for one that they had a problem with the name Wendigo because it was it comes from Native American cultures, and I agreed to not use it while I was in a Discord server. But then afterwards, I got kicked out of that one, and I won't get into too much about why that was. Some of it was my fault, some of it was theirs. But I ended up, just like I said, it had to do with communication issues. But I started bringing him back because he was one of my more loved OCs. So, and the way that one came about was that it was a man that ended up being adopted into a tribe, a white guy that was adopted into the tribe and really fought for his people, but then died shortly thereafter after he had become a warrior for them. And he had to survive by eating the flesh of man. And then next thing you know, he died and became a Wendigo. So it was kind of cool. A lot of hatred involved with that.
Okay. That's very
so those are my OC's backstories. OSHA is kind of my more depressive state. And it's been kind of a interesting. Although there's a lot more to my OCs, but that's just kind of the brief.
Yeah, that's the baseline. Woo! Oh, so what happens when you only get an hour of sleep, work all day, then come home and take a nap, and then you get yawny. But we're going to get on to the next question, and the next question is: do you have any fire stories?
I do. Yeah, I have one. See, okay, I live in a valley, so this valley usually catches fire.
Okay.
It's up in the north. It's always on fire in the summers, if not during the winters too. But it's also very beautiful. I, at the age of 6, got real mad at my dad and my mom. And my story had to do with bread because I decided that I was mad at them enough that I would grab a piece of bread, place it on the ground, grabbed a lighter, and attempted to light the bread on fire to burn down the house. That was my logic. That was my logic that I was going to burn the bread. The bread was going to catch fire, and I was going to burn down the house.
God. Bread is too moist, though. It'll
I
takes a
know.
long time to get like really going.
But I got to tell you something. I got it to toasted. 6 years old. I was dedicated.
Yeah.
But then I got caught, and
Well,
of course I got grounded, and you know how that goes.
The weird thing when I was younger, when I was making fires, like inside the apartment I lived in, there was only one time I had a close call where the chair caught on fire. But it was one of those where it was a chair. I used it as like the table, but it was like a chair, like a leg rest. But it had one that top where you could go and like put stuff inside, but that it was like a rubbery thing you could still sit on or put legs on. That caught on fire. I put it out, got it out, and put like a pretty freaking big hole in it. I mean, I never got in trouble because my parents didn't really pay attention to shit. I don't know how I did the stuff that I used to do, and like I'm still alive, shall I say? Anyway, yeah. But I learned how fire works. That like works in general, just like in like every like aspect, direction, controlling it. So when I see situations and someone wants to do something, I'm like, oh, that's fine. They're like, well, how do you know? I'm like, I've done stuff like that before, and I know that won't cause any problems. But that was an interesting thing. Oh my god.
I got to tell you another story. It's kind of outside of the whole fire story, and it has to do with my penchant for, destruction.
Destruction.
When I was 6, my parents decided to give me a waterbed.
Oh no.
Oh yes, and one of the things that happened is because I was such a handful when my mom brought over for a family reunion. The cousins and I went upstairs to our bedroom, and of course my waterbed's there, and I have a knife in hand. And I start stabbing I had seen on the cartoons where someone had stabbed a waterbed and it would spring a leak and it would just go straight up, kind of like a water fountain. Well, I wanted to do that. And so, of course, I just kind of punctured like 4, 5, 6 holes and tried to, jump on it. And I ended up all wet.
The thing is, that was more curiosity, not like chaotic destruction. That was just more curiosity. I want to make water go up because I saw it happen by doing this.
In a cartoon. Yep.
Back when cartoons weren't lame.
Yeah, back when, Looney Tunes was loony.
Right? It's like, oh my god.
Like Bugs Bunny, Yosemite Sam, Sylvester, Tweety Bird. I mean, come on. I remember when they were taking 2x4s to each other.
Right.
Big old mouths.
Yep, that's very interesting.
Wile E. Coyote with Acme and TNT and blowing up things. I mean,
so
I miss all of that. They actually made, one of the best things was that Bugs Bunny was clever, but he was never malicious. They remade Bugs Bunny, and now he just seems mean and malicious. And I'm like,
right?
That's not my Bugs Bunny.
No.
# not mine.
No, that's senile Bugs Bunny. He's too old now.
Oh, I love that Bugs Bunny though, man.
Yeah, the old one's good. The old one's good. Not the new
Daffy,
one. Oh.
Yeah, the old ones where Daffy Duck and Bugs Bunny are having a battle of wits of who one Elmer Fudd's going to shoot in the face.
Yep, such a good. Those were good. It was like slightly after the Animaniacs when censorship really started kicking in.
Oh yeah,
Animaniacs had some fucking crazy moments.
Oh, they did, and they had such a lineup too. I mean, you see Slappy the squirrel. Oh, I mean, I remember when Courage the Cowardly Dog, Ren and Stimpy,
Oh my
Rocco's
god.
Modern Life. I mean, these were all things. Rugrats, even. Real monsters. All of
Hmm.
them. This was all before
And then
censors came
after
in,
that, you had I Love Lucy.
yeah. I mean, come on, come on.
I know,
Well, I'm not
right?
that old. I mean, I may be 36, but I ain't that old.
It was on Nick at Night.
Yeah, I was.
I mean,
Although Adult Swim, I also remember like Space Ghost Coast to Coast.
I didn't really like that one. Space Ghost?
Oh, come on,
No, no,
Aqua
it
Teen Hunger Force.
well, that was good. That was good. It was the ironically the talk show guy I just didn't like. Because I did it
Ah,
was even though I do a talk show right now, I really
yeah,
don't
yeah.
like talk shows.
I
Like,
don't really like talk shows either, man. Drac.
but but so yeah. Air cat, you're furry.
That's all
So
right. So am I. Don't worry.
Pinky in the Brain, yes. Oh my god.
Remember, we're gonna take. Are you thinking what I'm
I'm
thinking,
thinking
Pinky?
brain, Pinky.
Oh, I
Mm-mm.
think so, Brian. But I think why would you place butter on pancakes? No. Yes, I remember. I remember a lot of the cartoons that really kind of were just how we grew up.
Yeah.
Didn't make us violent. Didn't make us angry at the world.
Nope.
And yet now we're all like, oh no,
I
we
noticed
can't
that
let.
censorship made everyone um more extremely sensitive
Yeah.
to the things that when we grew up we were conditioned to go, okay, that's what would happen in this situation.
Mhm.
God.
Man, I blame Karens.
I don't even think it's that. I don't even think it's the I don't think it's the Karens or Kyles or Chaz. I think it's just the fact of the government stepping in too much, trying to fix everything.
I think that too. I
Hmm.
think that the government has now started putting the kid gloves on because of so many lawsuits. Just
Not
going,
even it's
okay,
not
so we gotta.
even it's not even the lawsuits. It's the fact that the way the law was written, people are using the loopholes to be able to get their money that they can get free. Like any accident that you are in that's caused by someone else, say like you're not at fault. You can literally go to the doctor for whatever pain you were in before.
Mhm.
Like say you have a chronic neck pain, chronic like shoulder pain, or that's elbow, shoulder pain, and you say it happened during the accident or it's worse now. The insurance company legally, this is what people don't get, have to fix you to how you were like better or prior to the accident or better, and legally get paid pain and suffering compensation.
Yep.
That's the law. So that's why there's so much insurance fraud, people. Like,
Mhm.
but at the same point, a lot of people don't go for that, I guess, from not lack of knowledge and morals, but at the same point, you're legally entitled to it. You just go for it,
Yep.
regardless. Like, it's just I don't get it why people won't go for it, but like it is what it is. But now we're
Yep.
gonna move on to the next question. We
All
actually
right.
found out a couple interesting facts about yourself. But do you have any other secrets that we don't know about?
Well, I have a place that I go as a getaway. In fact, my family goes up there, or I'm going to be going up there this coming up weekend. Actually, this Friday afternoon. I think I'm going to be heading up there for a family reunion. But my family has a lake house, a $1 million lake house that I disconnect from everything. I disconnect from the internet, from my phone, from social media, everything. I do a lot of fishing. I do a lot of decompressing. One of my biggest things is I am very much a patient person when it comes to people. But even me as a patient person, I'm very much, where people come to me, they ask me things, they have me try to help them figure out their own problems. But when it comes to me having my problems, I don't go to anybody. I go to my safe spot. I go to my sanctuary where I do fishing. I hum out I just release all the negativity that I had. I figure it out. I sit down and actually just kind of figure it out on a lake. And I think that's one of the most serene things. I'm surrounded by, flora, fauna, and a lake. And it is the most relaxing and easy breathing that I've ever done, where I'm just away from everyone for a moment, where I can reconnect and recollect my own thoughts and kind of compartmentalize all of them, and have this ability to this physical space that allows me to be able to get away from everything.
That's something I need. Like a lot of people with ADHD, like a lot don't understand that they want to be around everyone and make everyone happy, and they don't want to put anyone down. Like, so if they do something wrong, or like they make someone upset, they instantly want to fix the situation because they don't want to lose a friend. They don't, I just like numerous things that run through someone's their head, because like they want to fix the situation. It makes them literally like just go on a roller coaster of a downward spiral of like trying to, what happened, what did I do? And then
and unfortunately what it does, especially for us as being ADHD, when we have something negative, it starts to loop. We start going into a circle about it.
Yep. And trying to figure out why, what happened, what's the situation, like all these things, and going on things like that, and just like being. But like another thing is, as socially like accepting we are of people, we love our alone time. There is moments where I'm like, I just need to be alone. I don't want anyone to bother me. I don't want to be bothered by anything.
Right.
But you need that place to go. And some people just don't understand, like, why don't you want to talk to anyone? I just want to be left alone. Like, I don't want anyone to bother me.
Yeah. And it comes down to we've got our own thoughts, probably double the amount that someone who doesn't have ADD has, and they don't go anywhere because we can't focus on them. But when we do have something that we hyper focus on, we're right there. And we scare, this as much as I do. When we hyper focus on a person, we're able to pull away the social norms or the social mask that they wear. And this scares people, especially in real life. It doesn't so much over the internet, because at least there's still that anonymity that they don't necessarily know who you are. But it's scary details that you can pick, because you can see the fractures of the not the figurative fractures of someone's mental illness or mental health, based on just how they word things, how they, their emotional movements, the micro expressions on their face. We have, it's almost considered a superpower, and I think you've been told that a few times too, that I don't know how you do it, but you do it, that kind of thing. Where we connect with a person to a level that they're like, wow, that is so in the ballpark of me, or whatnot. You don't necessarily have details, as in, say, scary details, like, this person did that to you. No, but you have a generalist aspect of that, of what has happened to that person. And it's not something we can really control, because, I mean, come on, if we were to do that to everyone, we may be off the mark by, I don't know, a couple of things, but most of the time we have a pretty good consensus of what that is.
I had a fellow Twitch streamer, King of Ash's brother, on my show on Tuesday, and he suffered a traumatic brain injury, and he has a lot of like health issues and disconnects, and he can't remember things. He'll literally like walk directly into a wall sometimes, just because like something just doesn't click. And he's a really good guy, but he's really good at reading people. He had but with me, because of her situation that happened, he thought I was different. But I'm that person, like even about like a circle we talked about earlier. If they just come talk to me, I mean, well, no, there's only 2 people, no, but if they actually just come talk to me like the normal people that everyone here knows, actually, I'm okay. I will rectify things, but I just need to be talked to. That's all it is. But when you don't talk to me, it gets worse and worse and worse, and it just outflows. It just rots, and it's something we fixate on, and it's hard to get unfixated on that when you want the other person to talk, but they don't want to talk for whatever reason. Either they're not mad enough, or they're scared, or they just don't care.
Or they're in the emotional state that they can't at that moment. It is too untenable of the situation. And that makes sense. I mean, a situation has occurred where in a role play, a person had an issue with me and out of character and everything. And I tried rectifying that. I tried giving it time. And then I tried to help that person. I tried to give them something, that they could, play off of, and they never did. And and it comes down to just
you can't. People leave those little breadcrumbs.
Yeah, and the other thing is if they don't pick it up, they don't pick it up. And I've found out through my own personal experiences with other people that if you push that or force it, it won't work.
Yep.
So I backed off, and I was like, okay. Well, I'm not gonna force this. I'm not gonna,
It's hard to learn that. It's so hard to learn that. But but with
it's a tough one.
With that, we went on a pretty good topic there. Like that's really good. And it's, as much as I want to continue it, we need to get on to the last 2 questions. I know Blood is asleep right now. She just got her second shot of the COVID vaccine yesterday, so she's kind of out of it. So otherwise, she would probably be in here hanging out for a little bit. But do you have any questions for me and Blood?
Mainly just how you guys have been. I know that I haven't been able to keep up a whole lot. I know that there was some things I saw on TikTok that I was kind of, a little worried for you guys for. Obviously, I saw her TikTok in regards to her getting that second shot. But what are your plans for, the rest of summer? And, if you got any vacations, are you going to be taking any vacations soon, or anything that is of fun that you guys can do for yourselves?
Well, what's ironic is that my son's going on vacation with my in-law, and we found out she's horrible at communicating, and I called her out on it. So now things are changing slightly, which is good. And because we live together, we both own this house, so and it's like one of those like, okay, but communication's always been bad. Called her out. Things are better now. But my son's going on vacation, but me and my wife, since they're going to be gone, she actually went live saying that if I get this amount of money, I'm going to go to the mall and be in full OC. And so, like, for me, that's fun because, like, if I'm not in OC and I can concentrate on one task, like that hyper focusing, because I'm going to take my my good camera right here that I use and actually do some videos of her with that, and then we can edit sounds while she's doing that, and I'm going to take some pictures. So that's, to me, that's fun because we're going to go out and do that. And the dicks again. God, dicks!
More titties?
No, dicks this time. Well, yeah, he's donating. It takes 75 titties to do it, which is bits, but yes, doing dicks. And for like personally, for me, what's actually fun is like when I'm actually finally out of like that depressed motherfucker. He's doing the penny titties now.
I called
it. Anyway.
Thank you for
Love you.
Actually, yeah, exactly. I love him all to death. But god damn, man. But I actually I do like creating videos. I hate the editing process per se, but I like making the videos, as in like YouTube videos and doing this. So I'm just hoping that I can start getting my creativity juices back, because that's what I find fun. That's my fun time. And those are my plans. No big vacations, mostly just doing my thing and trying to get one step closer to where I can quit my job and make it full time. Hence the crazy giveaway, which everyone could share that I'm doing with a ridiculous amount of subs to get a giveaway of 3080. Because my plan is to do more big giveaways like that, but I kind of need some sort of like compensation. I want to see if I can accomplish this. But yeah, that's really it. Any more questions?
I guess okay. So you guys use just TikTok, correct? Or do you use also outside software, such as what I do? Is sometimes I'll use CapCut. I've recently started using CapCut.
Are you talking about like for recording TikToks? For recording TikToks, Blood does use CapCut. She'll use Adobe Rush, depending on what she's trying to do, because some things work on either or. Both those apps are very... I haven't used CapCut, but Adobe Rush is very fickle. Very, very fickle. So, but me, I use Adobe Premiere. But if I really don't do much editing for TikTok. Most of my TikToks have been revolving around Apex, so I can build that community up. Because I know the whole, 90% of the OC community. Like, I legit can be like, hey, do you know this person? And ask, 5 people. And be like, yeah, I do. Okay, can you contact them?
Have you, this was a question I definitely had. There is another pretty big creator by the name of Roxer. Have you heard of this man?
No.
This guy is a gamer, like hella gamer. But he uses outside software for his TikToks to just he's a very positive TikToker. And what I found him very interesting was because he does a lot of like the Marios and the Bowser, and he's a big guy, and he's absolutely like, he doesn't care. He's having fun. And I've seen his work, and his work is, it's really good. I don't know if he uses CapCut or what he uses, but he uses an outside software programming system for videography and cinematography that I found that was really interesting. Like, he's done for Pokemon, Bowser, Donkey Kong. He's huge into the gaming. And I thought, because of the fact that he is very much a gamer, that you might have actually been, because he also has his own Twitch stream as well.
No, I've not heard of him.
He's a pretty big guy. I mean, I would definitely look him up. It's Rauxer, and the guy is he's phenomenal with his stuff. He does things like, I think one of the biggest things is he really tries to encourage his following to just kind of participate, in order to show, for him, it was like, what kind of, if this guy is an outside.
What's his name again?
Rauxer. Roxer. Yeah.
Roxer Red?
I couldn't tell you. All I know is, he has the sunglasses. He's a pretty big dude.
I actually am followed.
You are.
I don't even. But the thing is, like, I follow a lot of creators.
I know.
Oh yeah,
I know you do.
Yeah. Oh my god, this guy. Yes, he'll dance in fucking a Bowser suit. Yes.
Yeah, that guy. He's so amazing. Like, he is a He is like an engine of positivity. And he's all like, he definitely, you can tell he promotes his Twitch, because that's where the money's at for him. But he will do some pretty awesome, like, editing skills, like for Pokemon, and what he does for his following base is he says, okay, well, I've posted out this, this Pokemon. What's my next one?
Right. Okay.
It's really kind of a cool little setup that has.
Now, do you know him?
I don't know him personally. I've followed him and he's followed me back, that type of thing, and we've talked. We've talked outside.
That's more than what I have on with him. So shoot him a message and say, hey, hit me up. I do this and see what happens. But
I think he would be really good here.
Yeah, it would be an interesting time. I watched the stream for a little bit one time. I was like, oh my god, is this
big guy is dope as hell, man. He's an amazing content creator. Like I said, there's a ton of people that I
legit anyone tell them to reach out to me, and so we can set something up. But with that being said, since you already referred someone, because that's my next question, and that's the show. That's everything. We got everything out of the way. We did it. A lot of derailments with penny titties and dicks and all of that. And I mean, I'm not gonna complain because I just want to play Ghoul.
I do want to put something out there. The Dora the Explorer. We did it. We did it.
Did it. Oh my god.
That needs to be a sound now for TikTok.
But Playgoo has given this channel in total 201,535 biddies / I call them titties, which is a lot of motherfucking titties. But with that being said, we're going to switch this over to Apex very soon. I'm going to not cut the stream this time, but I'm going to just leave it up, and I'm going to take a break, and we're going to be right back. I'm going to be doing some arenas ranked, and then hopefully get into some battle royale rank, because I'm enjoying this season very thoroughly. A lot of fun. With that being said, thank you for coming on the show. This was a lot of fun. We should do another show, because I got Dark Wolf coming on just for like a podcast type thing. I don't know what the topic's going to be.
You know him. He'll bring something up. You know him.
We were talking and we just kept going. When I was trying to tell him something, we would talk about one thing and then we would deviate to another, and I had to get back on topic so many times to drill what the original conversation was about in his head, so he understands what it takes. Because personally, I know what you got to do for growth. It's just I have been so creative block and just lazy in a sense, but not, because busy and just work, and then I still continue doing this. But yeah,
it's all about how much energy you have for things.
Exactly. But we are going to be right back, and with all these penny titties, I will see you all soon. Be back in 5 minutes.